Namaste, Uma.
Namaste, Minaji. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste, Shobhu.
Namaste, everyone.
Oh, namaste,
Namaste,
Miraji.
Kumar.
Namaste.
Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste, Akka.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste,
Namaste,
everyone.
Kumarji. Namaste.
So,
After 2 weeks vacation.
yes.
Namaste and Happy New Year to
School
you.
children, we have come.
Namaste, Gandhi. Namaste. So let's start with 3 ohms. Please take a deep breath. And as always, with every ohm, keep that sankalpa. Please take a deep breath. Namaste, Suprapatam, Namo Namaha, depending on where you are. Sarvesham Nutana Varshasya Subhashayaha. Happy New Year to all of you.
Dhanyavadaha. Thank you.
Swagatam. So have we exhausted all our Sanskrit knowledge? Meena? Okay. So, in the new year, let us start with a question.
Question.
Yes. So, when we do the Om, what are the 3 sankalpas we take before each Om? Before each Om, we take 1 sankalpa. What is it? What is the first one? Uma?
I'm not this body, but a set of vibrations.
So, I am not this body. I am not this body. I am definitely not this body, but I am a set of vibrations. So, when we say vibrations, what does it really mean?
It means we are like we have programs in us.
Yes, that's what it means. The programs are all vibrations. The programs, when they are executing, they exist as vibrations. What are the 3 sets of programs?
Karmas, kleshas, and vrittis.
Excellent. Very good. So, what is the next Om? Is for whom should I ask? Yes, my dear sister Meena. The second Om.
Second Om is that we transcend all the attachments, the universe.
We transcend this universe. And to transcend, since we have understood we are a set of vibrations, we can transcend the universe. Why are we transcending the universe? We are transcending the universe so that all these attachments go away. That is why we have to transcend this universe. In transcending the universe, you are letting go of all the attachments. Conversely, only when you let go of all the attachments can you transcend the universe. Understand this very clearly, Meena.
Okay.
Unless you let go of all the attachments, you cannot transcend. You will still be the same Grihini. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And the final Om. What is the final Om for Akka? Unmute. You have to unmute.
To merge with the unmanifest divine.
To merge with the?
Unmanifest divine.
Yes. So what is it called? Merging with the unmanifest divine? What is the state
Samadhi.
called?
Samadhi.
No.
Kaivalyam.
Kaivalya. If you don't merge with the unmanifest divine, but you have only one program connecting to it, what is that state called? Everybody is frantically looking at notes. Okay, we don't know that.
Shana Pratiyogi.
Kshana Pratiyogi.
Yo.
Excellent. Very good. We have started the new year on a wonderful note. Great. So on that note, is Kranti here?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Kranti. It's all yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Kranti is going to
Namaste.
chant the last 20 sutras of chapter 3. Right, Kranti? The last 20 sutras.
Yeah.
What is the sutra number? Somewhere around 330?
Yeah, 30.
330. Go ahead.
Okay. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakaruttam Pravaram Munina Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankhachakrasidharinam Sahasrashirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Shrimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha Atha Vibhuti Padaha Kanthakoope Kshupipasa Nivrittihi Kurmanadyam Stairyam Murtha Jyotishi Siddhadarshanam Pratibhadva Sarvam Hridaye Chitta Samvit Sattva Purushayo Atyanta Sankirnayo Pratyaya Vishesho Bhogaha Pararthatvat Swartha Samyamat Purusha Jnanam Tataha Pratibha Shravana Vedana Adarsha Aswadavarta Jayante Te Samadha Upasargaha Vyuthane Siddhayaha Bandhakarana Shaithilyat Prachara Samvedana Cha Chittasya परशरीरावेशः उदानजयात् जलपङ्ककण्टकादिषु असङ्गः उत्क्रान्तिश्च समानजयात् ज्वलनं श्रोत्राकाशयोः सम्बन्धसंयमात् दिव्यं श्रोत्रम् कायकाशयोः सम्बन्धसंयमात् लघुतूलसमापत्तेश्च आकाशगमनं बहिरकल्पितावृत्तिः महाविदेहा ततः प्रकाशावरणक्षयः स्थूल स्वरूप सूक्ष्म अन्वय अर्थवत्वसंयमात् भूतजयः ततो निमादिप्रादुर्भावः कायसम्पत् तद्धर्मानभिघातश्च रूप लावण्य बल वज्रसंहननत्वानि कायसम्पत् ग्रहण स्वरूप अस्मिता अन्वय अर्थवत्वसंयमात् इन्द्रियजयः ततो मनोजवित्वं विकरणभावः प्रधानजयश्च सत्त्वपुरुष अन्यता ख्यातिमात्रस्य सर्वाभावधिष्ठातृत्वं सर्वज्ञातृत्वं च तद्वैराग्यादपि दोषबीजाक्षये कैवल्यम् स्थान्युपनिमन्त्रेण सङ्गस्मयाकरणं पुनरनिष्ट प्रसङ्गात् क्षणतत्क्रमयोः संयमात् विवेकजं ज्ञानम् जातिलक्षणदेशैः अन्यता अनवच्छेदात् तुल्ययोः ततः प्रतिपत्तिः तारकं सर्वाविषयं सर्वथा विषयम् अक्रमं चेति विवेकजं ज्ञानम् सत्त्वपुरुषयोः शुद्धिसाम्ये कैवल्यम्. Thank you.
Thank you, Kranti. So if you remember, we ended the last chapter with Kaivalyam. The last sutra, Sattva Purushayogo Shuddhi Samye Kaivalyam iti. Meaning, when the purity, when our purity is almost equal to that of Sattva Purusha, we attain Kaivalyam. Or everything, we are completely gone. Meaning, everything is demagnetized. All the programs have been permanently demagnetized, excepting the one that is when you are alive, it is still there is one that is connecting to the Sattva Purusha. Even that connectivity, when that connectivity is still there, you are calling Kshanapratti Yogi. When that also is gone, you have become part of the divine, you have merged with the divine. So that's where we ended last chapter. Last Pada, Vibhuti Pada, we ended it there with that sutra. So chapter 4 is Kaivalya Pada. So we are going to see more about Kaivalyam. And the final release. What are the different states? We are going to see all that. So chapter 1 to 3, if you look at that, is fully to the practitioner of the things to be done, what the sadhanas that is to be done, or what you can do to quieten the vrittis and to get to the various states. That's what we have been seeing from chapter 1 through 4. So, but there is a slight difference in chapter 4. In chapter 4, there is no individual practice that he is going to discuss about. How you cleanse yourself, how you clear yourself, how you burn all the karmas. Those things are not going to be there. But he's going to tell you about what is the nature of creation. He saw a little bit in the last chapter about Prakriti and all that. So he's going to tell you a little bit more about the creation, about Prakriti. And finally, the last few sutras, he's going to tell you what is the nature of the final release or liberation. When this, we know that is the conclusive overview. That's what we do, right? When we write a paper, when we write an assignment, we have seen that you have to write an aim or goal or whatever you want to call it, a synopsis of what is going to come, then a procedure. In the procedure area, we analytically discuss everything, and then we finally conclude 3 sections. So this is the final section. So this is the conclusive overview. So this is a conclusive overview, and hence the concept of creation is the only new thing. Although we have seen a glimpse of that in the last chapter, we are going to see a little bit more detail here that comes in, and of course, the reinforcement of the concept of Dharma Mega Samadhi and what that is. So we are going to see that. What is Dharma Mega Samadhi, that particular state? We have seen in bits and pieces. So we are going to see that what makes up Dharma Mega Samadhi toward the end of the chapter. So before we start, let's also see chapter by chapter. What did we discuss? In Samadhi Pada, we discussed the object of yoga is to attain Samadhi, right? That is to attain the divine connectivity. And we also saw what are the various states before you get to Samadhi. And even in Samadhi, what are the few different states? All that we saw. In Sadhana Pada, Patanjali tells you how to get to those states. What are all the practices that you have to follow? The approach to practice, that's what he is mentioning. And what exactly is the practice? Is the Ashtanga Yoga, right? That is the practice he is prescribing. In Vibhuti Pada, having started on this practice of Ashtanga Yoga, what will happen to you as you get to the states, as you as you work on yourself, as you do these sadhanas, and as you progress towards the samadhi. He's talking about the various special abilities. Bhuti means that which is created, anything of creation. Vibhuti means Visesha Bhuti, the Visesha creative abilities. So that's why we saw all the various kinds of siddhis. So many siddhis we saw in the last chapter. So all the extraordinary abilities that come from the state of samadhi or approaching towards samadhi, that's what we saw in the Vibhuti Pada. So in Kaivalya Pada, what are we going to see? It's going to explain at the end of the chapter about the final liberation. And what is the nature of the final liberation? That's what we're going to see. So far, so good? No one is answering.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me share the. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's start with the first sutra, chapter 1, first sutra. Janma Aushadi Mantra Tapaha Samadhi Jaha Jaha Siddhayah. Siddhayah is the plural of Siddhi, like Vritti, Vrittayah, right? The plural of Vrittis is Vrittayah. The plural of Siddhi is Siddhayah. If it is a Ikaranta, like if it is, in these two cases, it is Siddhi, Ikarant, I. It ends with the I. Vritti, it ends with the I. So the plural is Ayah, Siddhayah, Vrittayah. If the end is Ikaranta, like Grihini, Droni, then the plural of Grihini, plural of housewife, housewives, how do you say? Then it becomes Grihinyah. There is no Ayah, it is Yah, Grihinyah. So that's the difference between Ikaranta and Ikaranta plural. A little bit of Sanskrit grammar. Okay, so that you understand. So we have discussed this many times in the last 3 chapters. Sundar is not here. Sundar has also asked this a few times about how do we get the siddhis. So we have always come to the conclusion, kind of it is based on karma. That is how you get the siddhis. So here Patanjali Muni is explaining how you get the siddhis. Who is destined to get siddhis? Janma, by birth, by the circumstances of by birth, you're assigned. Okay, the cosmic energy assigns that by birth. Aushadi, Aushadam. In Tamil, Aushadam means medicine, right? In Sanskritam also Aushadam means medicine. So here this medicine is psychedelic drugs. People who cannot get to the higher states of samadhi and get the connectivity, they indulge in psychedelic drugs. They take drugs to get to that state. So this does not mean Patanjali Muni is saying you take drugs. No, it is not a prescription. He's saying how people attain these states. So by taking drugs, please understand, you may get some glimpses of that state. Does not mean it is only a temporary thing, right? So please understand that. Mantra. Mantra is the vibration. You know that. How we do meditation with the mantra. Tapaha. Tapaha, we also saw in the previous chapter how you burn off all the karmas and kleshas by tapas. So that the nadi purification takes place. The heat is generated, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. Did everyone see that picture on Sant Jnaneshwar? I sent a link. Then I also said it is available in Prime with subtitles for people who don't understand Hindi like me.
In India, it is not coming to us with English subtitles.
Not coming with the English subtitles.
Huh?
Are they coming, Akka?
It's not coming with the English subtitles in India.
On Prime, but I think you
On
were seeing
Prime,
it.
yeah, in Prime.
But I think she saw it in some other way. Akka saw it with the subtitles. Some
Yes,
older.
I also saw only 50%. Yeah, Marathi, 1940 edition.
Yes, I too saw.
It doesn't matter. The story is the same.
Uh,
The incident is the same.
Half only I saw.
So there, somewhere in the middle, after the father and mother leave them, the children, Sant Jnaneshwar
Yes.
and his brother and sister. The very first day, when they have to eat, the sister will say, I will do the cooking. You do whatever niyamas that you have to do. So only then in the kitchen she finds that the tawa is not there, it is broken. There is no charcoal or firewood. Nothing is there for her to start a fire. So she tells Sant Jnaneshwar, well, how do I cook? She has made chapati dough. Then he says, okay. Now I am get everything ready, make the chapatis and be ready. And then he will go into dhyan. He will start doing the tapas. And then his back will become red with heat. So she will put the chapati and toast it on his back. You didn't get up to that point? None of that.
No.
Well, watch the movie.
No. Yes.
So I'm not going to say anything more than that. Watch the movie. Okay, tapaha. Through tapas, you can get the shuddhi, you can get the nadis cleared out. Samadhi. So what happens in samadhi? There is a direct connectivity to the divine, and that is what you are aiming for. So when you are in that state of samadhi, directly the different siddhis can come to you. So jaha means to be born. Jaha means to be born. So these things give birth to siddhis. That's what it means. Jaha siddhaya means from these, from janma, aushadhi, mantra, tapaha, samadhi. All these five can give birth to these various siddhis. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Jati antara parinamaha prakriti apurat. So let us understand jati. What is jati?
Circumstances of birth.
Circumstances. Excellent.
Circumstances.
Circumstances of birth.
Birth.
It has nothing to do with caste. Circumstances of birth. Antara means differences. So the differences arising out of circumstances of birth. Jati antara means differences arising out of circumstances of birth. That is the result. Parinama means result. There are two meanings to parinama. Parinama means change or transformation. Parinama also means result. So the result of the circumstantial birth differences, what is it? Who is making that happen? That is
Prakriti.
Prakriti is making it happen. So whatever is happening to us is the differences in birth or the result of the it is all filled in. All these things are filled in. The circumstances, differences in the birth is all apurat means filled in. This is filled in by Prakriti. Okay.
Differences.
Circumstances of birth. The result of all that is filled in by Prakriti. Nimittam aprayojakam Prakritinam Varana Bedastu Tataha Kshetrikvat. So, Nimittam. Nimittam means I'm an incidental tool or an incidental instrument. That is what is it. Nimittam means. Aprayojakam. Prayojakam, aprayojakam. Aprayojakam means no particular intent. Ni prayojaname illa, we say in Tamil, right? You're useless. In Tamil, we use it in that context. Prayojakam means with intent. Aprayojakam means without intent. So, Prakritinam, the Prakriti, what does Prakriti do? Prakriti acts as an incidental instrument. Okay, Prakriti is acting as an incidental instrument, and it is acting without any bias, aprayojakam, without any particular intent to make Uma this, to make Meena this. No, there is nothing like that. Whatever is needed for the cosmic flow, it will do. That's all, without any kind of bias. What does it do? How does it? What I mean? So he's giving a kind of a simile for that. How the Prakriti is acting is Varna Bedastu. Varna means embankment on if you go to a field, if you go to a paddy field or any agricultural area, there are embankments, right? In Tamil we say Varappu, all around the field, and also in between there are structures in clay that divides the fields into sections. The boundaries, the clay boundaries are called Varna. Bedastu. Bedastu means break it. Kshetrik. Kshetrik means Kshetrik. Kshetrik means farmer. There are different words for farmer. One of them is Kshetrik. The other one, which is normally used in Sarala Sanskritam, is Krishakaha. Krishakaka. Krishakaha. Krishakaha means farmer. So Kshetrik also means farmer. Kshetrik what means like a farmer. What does the farmer do? So there is a this Bedastu means that the channel, that canal of water is coming. Canal. In Tamil we say, what do we say? Vaikal.
Vaikal.
So he breaks the embankment of the field so that the water can flow from the canal into the fields, right? In the same way, Prakriti is doing that to let the cosmic flow, to let the cosmic energy flow through the various instruments that we are, to create and deploy us into this universe without any kind of bias. Is this clear?
Once again, Kumar.
What is that you did not understand?
No, the comparison between Prakriti and
See,
the
just
farmer.
like a farmer, the water is coming in the canal, in the Vaikal. Water is coming in the Vaikal. So there are different sections of the paddy field that he has to let water go. And he cannot let everything flow into the paddy field all at once. So he has divided the field into various tiny sections. So he breaks the embankment and let the water flow. The water flow, you have to take it as the cosmic flow. Cosmic flow. So just like how the farmer, without any kind of bias, he's breaking that so that it will go into this, and then he will close that and break the next one. Similarly, Prakriti is doing similar things to let the cosmic flow of energy come into this universe through various chittas.
What
Okay.
does Prakriti break? What does Prakriti break for the cosmic flow to happen to?
No, she does not. You should not take it as one-to-one. All that she is doing is, at any point of time, she is letting so many souls getting created into a particular country, let us say. And then she will stop there and go into another country and create souls. I'm just giving you an example. We don't know how it is happening.
Okay.
Okay. The cosmic flow
Okay.
needs, say, 1,000 people in a particular city. So she will open that channel so that 1,000 babies can be born in that area. Something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So her only, the only thing here is the cosmic flow. She acts just like a medium to make this happen. That's all. She has no other bias. Whatever needs for the cosmic flow, she will just do it. Okay. Without
Yes.
thinking, without having any kind of bias, meaning, if I do this, I will get so much riches. Nothing like that. We always do that as a human being. What do we say? What will I get out of this? That is our first question. Whether we ask or not, it is there inside, right?
Right.
There is no such thing for Prakriti. Okay, clear?
Is it getting like human beings, or like is it like one individual soul is getting the energy, cosmic energy?
No, it
When
could be
it
one
opens-
soul, or it could be a bunch of souls. She may be launching.
When it opens, when Prakriti is opening,
Hmm.
is the energy coming into the soul, into the body?
Yeah, she's creating new souls. Yes.
Or just the creation of the soul? Okay.
Yeah. Either it can be a creation of the soul. That is what she will do. She will create the soul. And then we have seen how the soul is getting reborn again and again. There may be new souls which she may be creating. So here we take it as new souls that she is creating, the first time when she's creating the souls.
Okay.
And later on, so she will act based on your kleshas and karmas. You will be directed to a particular place of birth. Is this clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So 4, 5, and 6, we must take it together. So let's see all three together. Nirmana chittani asmita matrat. Nirmana means is to creation or to create. Chittani. Chittam, chittani. The plural. Okay. Asmita matrat. So what we are saying here is the chitta, the program entity. Which program entity? The Prakriti. What did Prakriti do? It enables the creation of chittas. Each soul is a chitta, right? It is enabling the creation of chittas. Yes, with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Pravritti bede prayojakam chittam ekam aneksham. Chittam ekam, that one chitta. Now what is that one chitta? Prakriti. Prakriti is that first chitta that was ever created. Who created Prakriti?
Unmanifest divine.
Sattva Purusha.
Sattva Purusha, the unmanifest divine, created Prakriti. Okay, that chittam ekam, that one chitta becomes many, aneksham, becomes many. Why? Why? Pravritti bede, pravritti, vritti, pravritti, the first word, pravritti bede. Because bede means differences, differences. Because there are different souls that are needed with different vrittis. So that is why prayojakam means needed. Because it is needed, chittam ekam becomes, she is creating multiple chittas. With me? With me?
Yes.
So in the earlier sutra, nirmana
Asmita matrat.
nirmana chittani asmita matrat. So asmita is the I sense, the sense, right? We know that. Experiencer, that I sense, correct? The
Yes.
I sense is that experiencer, sense of experience, correct?
Correct.
We have two, asmita and abhinivesha. Abhinivesha is the doer sense. And asmita is the experience, sense of experience,
Yes.
correct? The I sense.
Self-sense.
So, because of that I sense, many chittas are created. Chittani nirmana. We have to read it that way. Chittani nirmana. Many are created. Why are they created? Whose asmita we are talking about here?
Prakriti.
Prakritis.
No. Who is creating Prakriti?
Sattva Purusha.
Sattva Purusha.
Sattva Purusha. So we are talking about the asmita of the Sattva Purusha.
Smita of Sattva.
I thought Sattva Purusha is free of all the
Yes.
asmita.
Yes. So
Beneath.
that is why asmita is put as a klesha. You remember this discussion with Dr. Rajan?
Yes.
So Sattva Purusha has to come down a notch to make the creation happen. So he has to acquire that, he has to come into the state of I the experiencer. Otherwise, he's a Parabrahma. Nothing touches him. So the way you have to see this sutra is, there is in Kashmir Shaivism, the creation is explained. The way it is explained is, take an artist, a painter, a reasonably good popular painter. Does he paint only one picture?
No.
Tell me, Akka,
Many.
does he paint only
Many.
one picture?
No, many.
Many.
Why does he paint many?
Because he wants
Because
to.
it is his profession.
Yeah, but in the pictures, if that is his profession, in the pictures,
Sir.
what is he trying to do?
It's an expression of his art.
Yes,
Expression.
he is
Expression of-
expressing himself through those pictures, or is
Paintings.
expressing himself through those sculptures. He's expressing himself through those kritis. Tyagaraja kriti you take. Then Tyagaraja is expressing himself through those kritis, correct? He could have
Yes.
stopped with one kriti,
Yes.
but he wrote so many, thousands of kritis he has written, correct?
Yes.
So, just as an artist expresses himself in his artwork, it could be kritis, it could be pictures, it could be sculptures, it could be anything for that matter that he has created. So he is expressing himself through that. So similarly, the unmanifest divine is expressing himself through this creation. Okay,
Yes.
with me?
One question, Kumarji.
Hmm.
Prakriti is the one who is creating many souls, right? Not
is the-
Sattva
No.
Purusha creates only one Prakriti.
Correct. But it is the design of unmanifest divine. It is the design of the Sattva Purusha. And Prakriti is implementing that. That's all.
Okay.
Right? In any project, there is one designer. He will design, he will draft his vision, he will draft on a piece of paper. Correct? Take an architectural thing or a building. A designer comes with a concept design. And he says, this is how it should look. And then there are people under him who will take and modify it and things like that, and then they will make it happen, correct?
Yes.
So like that, it is the design of the unmanifest divine that is taken over by Prakriti. And then Prakriti is launching all these souls, all these chittas.
Okay.
Right? Yes or no? Is it clear?
Kumarji, yes.
So you have to very clearly understand that Nirmana Chittani Asmita Matrat. That Asmita, that various chittas are created. Yes, various chittas are created. And to create that I sense is needed. the sense of asmita is needed. And the very first creation, the very first chitta that is created, the very first chitta that is created is the prakriti. And the prakriti is created by the sattva purusha. So it is sattva purusha's asmita that we are talking about in creating prakriti. While creating the prakriti, it is sattva purusha's asmita. And thereon, prakriti takes over. From there on, prakriti takes over and creates so many chittas as needed. Prakriti has all the kleshas, correct?
Yes.
Prakriti is launched with, what are all the things it is launched with? It is launched with avidya, asmita,
Smita,
raga, dvesha,
Dvesha, Abhinivesha.
abhinivesha. All five. All five. And out of which the asmita is the main part that is needed for prakriti. That experiencer, the sense of experiencer, only with that it can create the rest of the
Chitta.
chittas. Pravritti bede prayojakam chittam ekam aneksham. So tatra dhyanajam anashayam.
Nicham.
So there, in that state of prakriti, the dhyana gives birth to a state that cannot hold expressions of the chitta. I mean, where there are no for prakriti, there are no activations kind of thing. That's what we are trying to tell here. In that state, you're just creating things. That's all. Because it is a creation, we are calling it as a she. So on that note, let us stop here because maybe the next sutra we can go. So these three sutras are clear. Are these sutras clear? So this is clearly telling you
Yes.
about Prakriti and how the creation is taking place.
Jnana Jama Anashayam. Jama means
Jam.
jam.
Jnana Jam. You have to read it like that. Jnana Jam.
Jnana Jam.
Yeah.
Anashayam means
It stops. Stopping. All activations of the mind stops when in the state of dhyana. We already know that. He has stated it again, that's all. So these are very important sutras, 4.1 to 4.5. Forget about 4.6, we already know. 4.1 to 4.5 are very important sutras to understand the nature of creation, how Sattva Purusha has created Prakriti, and how Sattva Purusha had to come down a notch from his state so that he can have, for that, have that eye sense, the experience sense. And all that you see here in this creation is that expression, just like a painter expresses himself. That's what the unmanifest divine has done. Why there is a dog? Why there is a worm? Why there is a bird with this color? Why there is a bird with all this is because the unmanifest divine wanted to see. It's his expression. So there is no answer. The question of why did Picasso paint this picture like this? There is no answer to that, right? Because he expressed it that way. With me?
Yes.
So see everything as the expression of the unmanifest divine. So unmanifest, you must imagine as if the unmanifest divine went and stood before a mirror, and said, "This is," and said, "Oh, how beautiful if I do all this," and then he did it.
The I sense, the Asmita sense of Sattva Purusha will be gone once he launches the Prakriti.
Yes. He launches that and then he goes back. I mean, for convenience, we are saying he, okay? There is no he or she there. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
And similarly, Prakriti also, it's a set of vibrations. Prakriti is a set of vibrations, just like you and me. Sattva Purusha is beyond the vibrations. And we don't know what it is. That's why you can only experience Sattva Purusha, you can never understand him. You can never see him. You can never touch him. You can never taste him. You can never feel him. Nothing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. On that note, let us wind up with 657. We'll start with Sutra 4.7 Sunday. So this Tuesday we don't have a tutorial. We had a tutorial last Tuesday. Okay. Namaste to everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste, Kumar.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kumarji.
Thank you, ma'am.
Namaste.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.